Hello everyone and welcome back to Joys It Flies. If you're new here, my name's Cassidy and I deal with the sewing side of this channel. So in today's tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you how to sew 3 really beginner friendly hair accessories. These are 3 really cute and simple projects. They're perfect for any sewing level, particularly if you're a beginner, these will be perfect for you. And so without further ado, let's jump straight into project number 1. So project number 1 is how to sew a scrunchie. Really cute, really fun. It's a great beginner project and it uses up minimal fabric. For this tutorial, I will be teaching you how to sew like a medium to larger size scrunchie, but because it's literally just a rectangle, it's really simple to change the size of the scrunchie to whatever you want. So here's what you're going to need to sew a scrunchie. First of all, you're going to want to cut out a rectangle out of any fabric of your choice, and the rectangle is going to measure 30 inches by 4.5 inches. And the second thing you're going to need is some elastic, just some plain flat elastic, not too wide, and you're going to want to cut it 9.5 inches long. And then the only other thing you're going to need is your general sewing equipment, so things like your scissors, your sewing machine, a safety pin, everything like that. So now that you have your fabric and everything you need, let's get into the sewing. So take your fabric and fold it in half, right sides facing together lengthways, and then pin the shortest side together, and then just sew down that shortest side. Once it's sewn, you're going to want to place your fabric so that that seam that we just sewed is in the middle. And now this is the only really fiddly part in the whole process. You're going to want to grab the side of fabric with that seam in it and fold it in half and pin it together. Pin it all along. You obviously won't be able to go right to the ends because you have the folds in the fabric, but just pin it lightly together. And now you're going to want to grab the other side of fabric, so the side without any seam in it, and you're going to want to fold the 2 sides together so that you're going over the part that we just pinned. Now make sure when you pin these 2 parts of the fabric together, you don't actually get caught up the part in the middle, so that little part we just folded. Make sure that you don't accidentally catch it in the fabric. And now we're going to want to sew the part that we just pinned, so the side that's on the outside, not the inside part. And I'm going to show you how we're going to sew it now. So take your fabric over to your sewing machine, and you can't start right at the end because we have a little fold there of the fabric. You're just going to want to start a bit in so that you just have the 2 outside pieces of fabric that you're sewing together, and sew all the way down. But once again, you're going to have to stop a little bit way before the end because we have the folds at the end of the fabric. Now all you're going to want to do is grab inside the 2 outside pieces of fabric into this first part that we pinned, and you're going to want to pull it out. So you may have a little bit of ruching happening on the other side of your fabric. You're just going to want to wiggle that so that you can pull the inside out, and as you can see, you've now got more parts of the fabric to sew. Once again, make sure you're not accidentally sewing the inside fabric. Make sure you're just sewing the 2 layers of the outside fabric together. And you can just continue this process all the way along. So sewing down the side, stopping before you get to the end, pulling out the inside fabric, and then sewing along it again. And you're going to want to stop sewing once you get back to where you started sewing, so you'll be able to start seeing the seam, and you're going to want to leave a small gap between where you finish and where you started, so you'll have a gap in your fabric of about 1 to 2 inches. And now we're going to use that gap we just left in our sewing to reach inside the fabric and turn your fabric right sides out. So just pull the inside out, and as you can see, you should have a loop right sides out. And now take your fabric over to your ironing board, and that gap you left in your sewing, you're going to want to fold the raw edges over so that you can't see any raw edges, and then just press it flat. And as you can see, I've got a nice clean seam that I can sew later on. Now grab your elastic and put a safety pin at the end of it. And now you're just going to want to thread your elastic through that hole in your sewing and thread it all of the way around your loop. Make sure though that the end of your elastic doesn't accidentally slip through the loop, so I just like to stick a pin in it at the end of the fabric so I don't lose it. And then just continue threading your elastic all of the way around until it comes back out at the hole. Now you can unpin your elastic, and you're going to want to place one end of the elastic on top of the other, and we're just going to sew up and down the elastic a few times to keep it nice and secure together. I would suggest you go back over the elastic quite a few times because you're going to want to make sure it's nice and tight and secure. Then once that's sewn, you can tuck your elastic back into your scrunchie, then pin the gap together that we ironed earlier on, and now you're just going to want to over sew all of the way along that gap in your sewing to close it up. And there you go, that's your first project all done. Project number 2 is a flat headband. Now me personally, flat headbands are my favourite headbands to wear. I find them so handy and I love to just stick them on and use them to get my hair out of my face. So this flat headband I'm going to be teaching you is using a non-stretchy fabric. And then the next project is going to be a flat headband but with stretchy fabric. So you've already been told what the next one is, but I think that it's really great to have two options because especially if you're a beginner, you might not have stretchy fabric. Stretchy fabric is also just that little bit more fiddly to use. So if you're scared of stretchy fabric, which I know I was in the beginning, or you just don't have any, you have this option that's no stretchy fabric. So after all that talking, this is what you're going to need to sew your flat headband. So for the main part of your headband, you're going to want to cut out a rectangle measuring 17¼ inches by 5 inches. And then you're just going to want to cut out a second rectangle, and this is to encase the elastic, and it's going to measure 8.5 inches by 3 inches. Then the next thing you're going to need is some flat elastic. You don't want it to be any wider than 1 inch. It can either be 1 inch wide or smaller. Don't go above that mark, otherwise it won't fit in your fabric casing. And you're going to want to cut your elastic to 8.5 inches long. And then the only other thing you're going to need is just your general sewing equipment. So now let's get sewing. Take your main piece of fabric and fold it in half widthways, right sides together. Pin it in place, and then you're going to want to sew all of the way along it. Then with the help of a safety pin, turn it right sides out. Once it's right sides out, give it a good press with your iron, and then you're going to want to repeat all of those steps with your second piece of fabric. Attach your safety pin to the end of your elastic, and you're going to want to thread your elastic through your smaller tube of fabric. Thread it through, but make sure you don't lose the end of the elastic in the fabric. Once it gets parallel with the end of your fabric, you're going to want to just put a little pin in it to keep it in place. Carry on threading your elastic through your tube of fabric, and then once the elastic gets to the other side of your fabric, you're just going to want to put another pin on that end. Then just sew along the two ends of your fabric to keep the elastic in place. Now place your elastic piece right sides together, matching one of the ends to the end of your main fabric. Place it in the center, and then you're going to want to wrap your main fabric over the elastic piece. The two sides of the main fabric should overlap each other by about 1/4 inch. Put a pin in it, and then you're going to want to sew across it to hold it in place. Open it right sides out, and then you're going to want to do the exact same with the other end of the elastic piece and the other end of your main piece. So place your elastic piece right sides together with the main piece, matching the edges. Then you're going to want to wrap the main piece over the elastic piece, and the two sides of the main piece should overlap a bit. Put a pin in it, and then just sew across it to keep it in place. Then you can fold it right sides out, and you've finished your flat headband. So you already know what the third project is, and it's another flat headband, but this time it's made out of stretchy fabric. Now these are 100% my favourite headbands. I'm in one of them all of the time, and they're actually really simple to sew. It's probably got the least amount of sewing in it as all of the projects that I've taught you today. So don't be discouraged by the fact that we're using stretchy fabric. So all you're going to need to sew the flat headband is one rectangle of fabric, and that's going to measure 19 inches by 6 inches. And then you just need your general sewing equipment. That is literally it. So let's get to into the sewing. Fold your fabric right sides together in half lengthways and pin the two shortest edges together. Then just sew along that short edge. And to help sewing with stretchy fabric, I would suggest you use stretch sewing needles on your sewing machine, and also set your sewing stitch to a zigzag stitch instead of a normal straight stitch. Once it's sewn, you're going to want to place the seam in the center of your fabric. And now we're going to be folding it and sewing the headband in the exact same way we did our scrunchie. So you're going to want to take the inside piece, so the side with the seam, and fold it in half and pin it in place. Then take the other side of your fabric, so the side without a seam in it, and fold it in half, going over the folded side that we just pinned, and make sure you don't catch that first side that we pinned up in the second side that we're pinning now. And now let's sew it. So take it over to your sewing machine, and you're going to want to start sewing a little way in from the end, because we can't start at the end because we've got the folds and the center piece of fabric caught up there. So you're going to want to start sewing it so that you only have the two outside pieces that you're sewing. Make sure the first side that we folded and pinned doesn't get caught up in your sewing. So all of the way down it, and then you're going to have to stop once again a little way from the end because of the fold. Now you're going to want to reach inside your fabric and grab the first side that we pinned, and you're going to want to pull it out so it's on the outside. And you may get a bit of ruching on the other side of your fabric. Just wriggle it so that you can pull the inside out and it's nice and flat. And now you should have some more place to sew. So carry on sewing down the side until you get once again a little bit from the end. Then just continue the process of pulling it out the inside fabric and sewing down it until you can start seeing the seam where you started. And you're going to want to stop sewing a little way, like 1.5 inches away from where you started. I hope that all made sense. Now, using that gap we left in our sewing, you're going to want to turn your headband right sides out. Then take it over to your ironing board and press it flat. And now the very last thing you need to do is just grab a needle and thread and hand sew the hole in your sewing closed. And those are all of the projects I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, but once again, if you have any questions about anything, please feel free to drop them down below in the comments and I'll do my best to answer you. And with that, I will see you next time on the channel.